And so then next up here is another clear tab divider. It says Hawaii volcanoes. And this was the first letter I ever sent. So it's like old. And I only asked 2 questions. Like now if they asked 2 questions I'd be like horrified. But guys, it was like 9 then. Well anyway. Ahola Ruby. Here at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park we have 2 volcanoes. We have Mauna Loa and Kiliwa. Our park sits right on top of Kiliwa. Kiliwa has been in constant eruption since 1983 and is now erupting in 2 locations. Here's a photo of the summit eruption of Halemeu, and on the next page there are more facts as well. Mahalo, and there's just a picture of volcano there. Then, here's a picture of my ranger with a volcano. That is not a cloud, that is volcano smoke, and that's really cool. And yeah, then here is a fact sheet, another fact sheet, a postcard, and a brochure, and another brochure, and an envelope. So that is why volcanoes. So now we are going to look into this section, and as you can see here, like I said at the beginning, this is a paper Junior Ranger hat, and you put it on your head, and obviously. And see, it says National Park Junior Ranger, and it's got the famous band and came connected to that, so I got that Channel Islands National Park. And then here are all my Junior Ranger certificates. I've only got 3 or 4. So here's the one at Antietam National Park. I've actually been there. And here's one, a Web Ranger certificate, another Web Ranger certificate. And as you can see, this is really old, 2015. This is a Gettysburg certificate. So those are cool. Then here is my Hawaii Volcanoes National Park black book. I just photocopied that. And then you open it up and it says photo gallery. So I just got some pictures online at their website. These are some facts. Here is a little summary I wrote up about Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. I'll read that to you in a moment. And here's a little map I printed up. And it says, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park was established on August 1st, 1916. The park is not only rich in natural wonders, but in history and culture as well. Hawaii Volcanoes is the biggest park in Hawaii at 333,086 acres. It has 2 volcanoes, Mauna Loa and Kiliwa, which has been in constant eruption since 1983. The park is also home to many species that only live on the island. It is called endemism when an animal or species lives in only one place. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is a special and unique place for everybody to enjoy. So there's nothing on the back, it's just my flip book. Then here is the letter I got from Yellowstone. So it really isn't a letter, it is a booklet, and this is as I said, one of the only ones that they actually sent me this booklet. It's called Yellowstone Quest. So they sent me a letter and some nice photoshopped pictures. I don't care if they're photoshopped, they still send me pictures, which is cool, from Yellowstone. And yeah. And so there's that, and it's just a cool book to look out. There's some flashcards in the middle, and then back here they sent me back my letter, and there's a map of Yellowstone. So yeah, there's that, and so I'm gonna put all this back, and I've got to be very careful with this because yeah, so put all this back or doodle. Is all in this pocket, and any stuff that I could not fit in a sheet protector that I wanted to put in here, I just put right there. So I'm gonna carefully go back so I don't lose anything. There we go. And that is the complete right side of my travel binder. Okay, so now that we've done my right side with all my letters, let's move on to this side. This has all my guides and stuff like that, and as you can see, some pencils and even a pen. And so first things, I'm going to show you the obvious. This set of pens and pencils. So first there's this one, which is the one I use for writing letters over there in my notebook. And this I did not get from any park. So then my first pencil I got, I believe, was from Grand Canyon, and it was a used one. It says, hang on a second, Junior Ranger, Grand Canyon National Park, explore, discover, enjoy, stuff like that. Oops, don't let it go under there. The second one I got was River Raisin National Battlefield Park, and this was really cool because I didn't actually ask for a pencil, so I really liked that they sent me that. The next one was Devil's Tower Junior Ranger, and I just thought that was really cool. The next one, I was Horseshoe Bend National Military Park, and the thing about this is they actually sent me 2 pencils, so, yeah, I don't have 2 pencils in there. And then this one is from Crane River Creole National Historic Park. And it's a pen, and I actually think this is the same pen she wrote with, and she accidentally ended up in my letter. And so, yeah. So fix all of those right and put them back in here. And close this up. Now in here, I'm gonna see if I can just like fold this off so you can see. There's several tabs. And the thickest one, obviously, this isn't the thickest one, but this is the first one, are some postcards. If I couldn't get the park inside my binder, I just put postcards. So I'll go through those. So the first one, or the first 4, are from Shenandoah National Park. And I guess I just put all 4 postcards that they sent me. So this is of a black bear. This is just Shenandoah. This is of a water bottle, also in Shenandoah. And this is a white-tailed deer and her fawn. So that's from Shenandoah. Next up is Devil's Tower. That's really cool. Next up is Carl Sandburg, and it says nothing happens unless first a dream. And next up is Arches National Park. That's the Delicate Arch, and she actually wrote on the back. I can't read that word. Ruby. Loads of fun exploring arches. We hiked to Delicate Arch together. Ranger Sam. So that's cool. Then this one, I don't believe this one I was writing. This is Lava Beds National Monument. Apparently this is crossed out, so it must not be true. Or something. Then this is Mesa Verde, and it actually says balcony house right there. So this is the balcony house in Mesa Verde, and that's really cool. And then here is Sequoia National Park, and that's cool. And I used to actually have Hawaii volcanoes in here before I added that actually to my binder. And so here is Grand Canyon, and they sent me 2. I'm surprised I don't have the other one. But they sent me really weird ones. So one of them was like this big, and then this wide, and then this one is just really long. So, because I guess you can't put Grand Canyon on a tiny postcard, can you? So we're gonna stick that back in there. Then next are my brochures. Now I've got over 20 in here, so I'm not gonna show them all to you. I have them all in alphabetical order. Actually, not really, because American Samoa is my first. And so yeah. And then after that, I've got Junior Ranger booklets, and then here. This is really cool. It is Congaree National Park. They made a journal of my Flat Ranger, and I found this really cool. This is Ranger Brittany. This is what my Flat Rangers look like. And they journaled her, and how you can tell it's actually real is there's pictures and the passport stamp with the date on it. So I'll read this to you. Ranger Brittany's Journal. Day 1, May 3rd, 2017. Arrived at Congaree National Park. Stopped inside the Harry Hampton Visitor Center and met a volunteer, Kate, at the front desk. Kate told me all about hiking and canoeing, trails at the park. I watched the park film. It was amazing. Tomorrow I go out on the trails. Volunteer Kate at the front desk of the visitor center. So that's Volunteer Kate. That's my ranger. Okay. Here's my cat. Anyway. Day 2, May 4th, 2017. Today I joined Ranger Rachel for a walk along the boardwalk. I saw some really cool things along the way. There was a really cool pileated woodpecker sitting just off the trail and lots of birds calling. Rangel, Rachel, and I start walking on the boardwalk. Day 2 continued. We walked a long way down the boardwalk before we reached Weston Lake. It is huge! I learned that it's an oxbow lake, which means it used to be part of a river before it was cut off. There were lots of fish swimming in the lake, and also a few sea turtles. Also a few freshwater turtles. At Weston Lake, we made it! Yay! We made it. Day 2 continued. On the way back, we stopped at an absolutely ginormous tree. I found out it's called a loblolly pine, and it used to be a national champion. Sadly, it lost some of its crown, so it's no longer the biggest loblolly pine in the United States, but it's still pretty impressive. Congaree still has the national champion loblolly pine. It's just not along the boardwalk. I look tiny against this totally large loblolly pine. Day 3, May 5th, 2017. I had a whole lot of fun here at Congaree National Park, but it's time to head back home to Massachusetts. I'll see you soon, Ruby. Up close picture of me on the loblolly pine. And so I thought that was really cool. They made me a journal, and so that is just so special. And then in here I also have 2 Junior Ranger books. I have 1 Junior Ranger program from, I have no clue how to pronounce that national park. I'm sorry, but I don't honestly know. So I'm gonna slip that back in there. And Little Bighorn National Battlefield National Monument, and this had a 40-word search, and they were all going the same direction, and so I found that was really fun. And so I'm gonna put that back in there. Then I also have 2 books. I have my quarter collection in here, and I will put that back in there. And I have my guide, the most amazing sights and scenes and cool activities from coast to coast. And it's a kid's guide, Centennial Edition. And yeah, it's really cool, detailed, just big national parks and states, and then little guides in the back. And so, yeah, it's really cool. Pictures, trails you could go on. And so, yeah. And then way back here, this is from my national park class. If I can get it out. These are just worksheets we did. So this one is me planning a trip to Yosemite. And this one is about Great Smoky Mountains, I believe. Yes. Oh, and I even wrote the date up there. So, yeah, those are just worksheets that I did for my national park class. I'll get those way back there. And yeah, that's this half of my binder. And so guess what, guys? On the Betty Basin Tuck Show, we went through all of my binder. And so I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, see you later.